This is Gospel Music Today. We are at the National Quartet Convention, and I want to tell you that if you listen to XM Radio Enlighten, Channel 34, Sirius, Channel 67, and you've heard that voice, and we all know that voice, now you have a face to go with the voice. Sitting next to me is Marlin Taylor of Sirius 67 and XM 34 Enlighten Radio, and welcome to Gospel Music Today.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. How much of my voice would you like to hear?
Let's just hear you say, Marlin here.
Marlin here, and this is what? What day is this? I've lost track already.
We wouldn't know. We're the wrong people to ask.
Are you having a good time here at the Quartet Convention?
Yes, we are. This is a wonderful event.
It's been a wonderful event this week for me. We've had so many people. Last weekend, if I may take a moment to talk about it, last weekend on the air, I challenged listeners, anyone coming to the Quartet Convention this week, please come by booth 925 because I wanted to shake the hands of at least 5,000 enlightened listeners because I figured there'd be at least that many here at the Quartet Convention and maybe 10,000, but I was really thinking more the 5,000 number. So I don't know where. People keep asking me how many. I don't know. Maybe we're halfway there. I'm not sure.
How did that concept come about in the beginning? Because that was really something new when that started rolling.
Well, it really began. The germination of it, I guess, started in 2001, because I was eventually told that almost from day one of XM going on the air, which was the fall of 2001, Southern Gospel Music was one of the 5 most requested formats that XM Radio did not have. And management finally gave in the fall of 2004, and as the company was launching its website, internet adjunct music service to the satellite, they decided, well, they'd try 2 or 3 channels experimentally, and one of them was Southern Gospel. They weren't going to hire anybody to do it. They just told a couple people, well, Southern Gospel must be like country music. You country disc jockeys, once you put something together, we'll throw it on the air and call it Southern Gospel. And one of the guys came to me and said, Marlin, we need your help. We're in over our heads. We don't have time because we're already working 50, 60 hours a week. What can you do? And I was fortunately able to move some things aside in my work so that I could really jump in, and I ended up really taking charge, structuring the format, and it's really the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Because as I told Bill Gaither one day, in 2004 when we started this format, this Enlighten, I knew more about the Bill Gaither trio than I knew about the Gaither vocal band. But it's been a great learning experience, and I just feel so blessed and rejoice that I feel that I can be involved. I just feel that maybe the Lord put me at XM Radio in 2001 so I would be there to take the reins. So I call myself the chief shepherd because the way things are structured now, I really don't have a title. I just run the channel because there's nobody else there. Pretty much I work by myself. I have one part-time helper.
Now, what's your background that led you up to being able to do this?
Well, it's really, I guess, comes from the Lord. I was blessed with the ability to listen to music and sense what is the right sound, what is the right mix that people want to hear. My life, and which is now more than 50 years since I started in broadcasting, is all about what is going to make the people out there happy. What's going to make a difference in their life, bring joy, bring something meaningful to their life. That's really what it's for me, it's all about. It's not what I want to hear, it's what's right for them and what they want to hear. My background, my claim to fame in broadcasting, and I've been written up in a lot of different places, and I'm not bragging about that, is what's called easy listening or beautiful music. Some people call it elevator music. That is what most of my life in broadcasting was devoted to. XM Radio hired me to do the 1940s big band channel on there because they didn't they didn't have anybody else, and I was known by reputation, and they felt that I was a person qualified to take a trust, that would create the right sound and would be, committed to doing a good job.
That's great. Now there's an Enlighten website that's just loaded with all kinds of information
Right.
too. What's the Enlighten website?
That's www.sogoradio.com, SOGO radio.com. It used to be enlighten34.com, but when we added Sirius 67, it didn't work anymore. Enlighten alone is not available, and nobody's going to pay money to buy it. So we changed it to SOGO Radio.
And give me an example of some of the things that are on that website.
Well, I think one of the most useful things for our listeners, or for anybody that wants to contact artists in Southern gospel music, is our links page. I try to have on that page the correct website address for every artist that we play. Well, at any time on Enlighten. We have a news and views page where this thing called RSS feeds. I don't really understand how it works, but the bloggers have it, So Gospel News has it, and a couple others that have a lot of Southern gospel information have it. And my webmaster, dear lady named Brenda from my church, developed this program where it looks at the RSS feeds that we are interested in once an hour, and anything new gets added to this chronological list. So there is always a chronological list of the last 100 RSS feeds from these various sites. So there's the latest news there, and there's the bloggers that comment on all kinds of stuff, review CDs. Homepage is something that I try to change about once a week, something philosophical, things that I write, things that I see. I use messages from my pastor at church. He comes up with some pretty good stuff. He's almost a preacher's preacher in that our website carries his sermons, and many hundreds or thousands of other pastors use his sermons as resource material. So I tap into that too at different times. So those are the main elements. Although all the special programming, he highlights for the current week's show, where all the special programming is also there.
Well, I can tell you, it's been a tremendous gift to Southern gospel music, and I'm just thrilled to be able to have you here with us on Gospel Music Today.
Well, thank you. It's a joy to be with you, and it's a joy to have your friendship for over these years. I don't know how many years it's been now, 4 or 5 anyway, at least. Well, I'm not quite 5 since I got involved with Southern Gospel. But thank you, and thank you for having me, and I am just thankful that I'm able to be part of playing the Lord's music and bringing joy and meaning to people's lives. Thank you so much.
There's more coming up on Gospel Music Today.